Bunny, and who is ready for a tea vlog? Oh my god, doesn't my hair kind of look like a banana peel? Doesn't it? Just like a banana peel. My face is the banana. Become the banana. I feel like I haven't done a tea vlog for you guys in forever. I feel like it's long overdue. I try and do one of these at least once a week. This is like my favorite kind of video to film for you guys because I feel like it's our family time. I feel like right now I'm talking to you guys, and in my head at least, you're talking back to me lively right now. I'm just imagining that you're all here right now. It's a very magical kind of image for me to have in my brain space. I'm sure if you've read the title of this video, whoa, I just kind of like turned into a ghost. All right. If you guys have read the title of this vlog, I'm sure you guys can guess that this is probably one of my more serious kind of chit-chatty talky where I kind of talk about my feelings and life circumstances and planet Earth with you guys on a slightly more serious, serial kind of note. I've literally had this tea vlog, subject matter, feelings, thoughts, opinions burning within inside of the soul of myself for like over a week now. And I was like, one day, I will talk about it and I will feel better. So about a week or so ago, a little bit over a week, I had a not so friendly encounter where somebody basically took a video clip of my face and broke it down and told me everything that was wrong with my face and kind of made fun of my face. And I always like to take situations like that really bother me to a certain level, but I don't really like to be like reactive and rude about it. I like to be proactive. And on a scale of life, it's not really that big of a deal, but I honestly think that if we all hold hands and if we're honest with each other, I don't really think anybody in the world would really appreciate something like that being done to them. And before I go any further, I just want to make one thing clear. I'm not making this to be like, rah, rah, feel sorry for me, and like I'm some kind of wounded, fragile eggshell type of person, because that's not the moral of this story. But in all things in life that happen to me like this, especially the older that I get, I try and learn to take a more proactive stance instead of just sitting by the wayside and not properly expressing how certain things and experiences make me feel. So I took a very proactive stance, and I feel like it's never okay, this is my opinion, it's never okay to try and make comedy or doing something just for fun that's making fun of someone, how they do something, how they look, features of their face, their body. I don't find comedy in that. I don't think it's funny ever in any situation. I know that there's some of you that may vastly disagree with me, which is why people think that I'm overreacting, but I don't really care. This is my opinion, and I was making some tweets, and I was just saying I felt like it's bullying. Under no circumstances do I feel like bullying should be tolerated in any capacity. I don't think it's funny. There are so many other ways to be a comedian, to be a comic. I don't really understand, like, how people derive comedy like that. I can only think that that can happen from, like, three things. These are my three theories. People that make comedy about people either A, just at scars that have never felt a wound, meaning that they've never ever been made fun of in their own life, which I find very hard to believe. Or two, they can't think of anything funnier to say other than making fun of people's personal appearances. Or three, that they have been severely made fun of in their own life, and now they're kind of keeping up with that cycle. And I really think that making fun of people is a form of bullying, and I really kind of think that bullying is a form of violence. And I think the more that we accept that as a society, the chances are the better that society is going to get. And I really think that we need to try and work together and get a grip on this before we turn into some downward spiral, futuristic type of Brave New World society where we're all dancing around a bonfire having touchy-feelies. That sounded really way more disturbing than it is. Read the book, literary reference. So there I was, kind of sticking up for myself because that's my other opinion in life. And you don't have to be overzealous. You don't have to go crazy about it. But I think it's very, very, very important that we as human beings stick up for ourselves and say how something makes us feel. Whether the intention was to be rude, to bully, to hurt your feelings, whether that was their intention or not, you have to let people know how things made you feel. I don't know. Maybe some people miss that and they don't understand how severely this can affect some people, and maybe they're not on the flip side of it, because I get letters, 25, 50, 75 letters a week sometimes from you guys, my swamp family, and I can't tell you guys the overwhelming majority of y'all that are struggling with self-harm and self-hate and self-loathing based on the way that people make you feel and how people are bullying you. And I don't really think that people understand that. I think that that is a veil that needs to be lifted, because I don't think that there's lots of discussion. That's why I'm making this vlog, honestly. Like some of my other, I don't know, gritty kind of subject matter, I would really like to get you guys' feedback, because there I was taking a proactive stance, kind of putting some tweets out there saying, hey, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's funny. I don't find that type of comedy funny or acceptable, yada yada. And I was getting a lot of you guys agreeing with me, which made me feel better, because once again, I think it's the human condition. We all want to felt understood. We all want to feel our feelings and our thoughts being validated by our friends and family and those around us. But then I got some tweets from some other people being not too nice, saying I was being a baby and, I was taking some kind of moral high ground that didn't need to be taken and blah, 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 and saying she's XYZ years old. I'm sorry about this weird sun shadow on my face, but just a lot of ridiculous rebuttal. And I just wanted to know, when you guys stand up for yourselves in real life and not just in the internet world, are y'all met with this kind of, it's not okay to say how you feel? I don't know. That just aggravated me 10 times worse. That aggravated me more than the initial thing, which, I don't know, is both a big deal and not a big deal. It's not a big deal that it happened to me, because I'm so used to being made fun of in my life that I kind of am able to, Kentucky Derby, put some pony blinders on and just not really too much care what people say. But, I constantly try and take myself out of myself and think in terms, because I think that that's the best way to understand other human beings that aren't yourself, is to try and put yourself in someone else's shoes. And I just can't imagine how awful that must feel to have something said to you that makes you feel upset or uncomfortable. And then when you even try and stick up for yourself, you're met with people who are putting you down even further for sticking up for yourself. I don't know. That just really, 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 really aggravated me. So I thought I would vlog about it. I thought I would vlog about this human condition and this experience that I had. And I just want to let you guys know how utterly important that it is not to store these feelings up inside of yourself. If somebody says something that makes you feel bad, even if it's something little, something silly, I don't even know. If they make fun of something that you like, they make fun of what you look like, it's not okay. And you should 100% feel okay and feel good about sticking up for yourself. And it doesn't even matter if your feelings are right or wrong. There are no wrong feelings. If somebody says something to you, how you take it, that's your feelings. You totally have the right to say, I don't feel like this is right. This really did hurt my feelings. This upset me. I see something wrong with this. I just want to challenge you guys to take that kind of stance in life. And I know a lot of y'all are about to be on summer vacation, so hopefully that'll give y'all some relief from people that you don't like to see on a daily basis, that for some reason or another, you just don't get along with. Maybe this is like something to think about for next year, next semester, just how you can take a more proactive stance for you guys' mental health. Because I cannot tell you guys, like, how much my concern is for y'all. And just reading all these messages that y'all send me, I mean, even sometimes tweets or Tumblr messages, letters sent to my P.O. box, everywhere. You know, I just get this flood of stuff, and all of you guys are swirling around in my head, literally, and I'm always just kind of thinking, is there any experience that I've had that I can share with y'all to help y'all through this? I feel like it's a really, really tough thing to go through when you're younger, you know, middle school, high school age. I was even bullied in elementary school, but I just feel like sometimes it's something that doesn't stop and it continues into college years, adulthood. I still get bullied on a daily basis. You can't prevent people from bullying you, but you can be a catalyst and you can be a strong force in yourself and say, how can I make this better? Not only for myself and my own feelings, but for everyone else around me. And I think that there needs to be more of a proactive stance of people seeing things like this and saying, you know what? It's not cool. It's not funny, because even if it doesn't really majorly affect some people, it's going to majorly affect other people. And just turning a blind eye to things like that, or just going along with it and saying that it's funny, it's not really funny. Making fun of people is never funny, even if it's something small or you don't think it's a big deal. You don't know what features, what characteristics you're pointing out about somebody that you don't think is a big deal, but it's something that they feel so insecure and bad about in themselves, and you're pointing it out and you're laughing at it in front of who knows how many people, and you're making that person feel weak and vulnerable, and it's just not cool. But I just really want you guys to always take care of yourselves and love yourselves, and don't let this stuff get bottled up inside of yourself. And I think that that's sometimes the worst thing that people can do, you know, is like they're made fun of, they're bullied, and they go and they take it out on themselves, you know, self-harm or just feeling really bad about themselves. They don't say anything about it. They don't validate their feelings out loud, you know, even to themselves or others. Just keeping it inside of yourself is not the way to go. So I just want to say, feel free, say Bunny said to do it. Tell anybody to shut up who's telling you, oh, you're being a baby. No, you're not being a baby. You're saying how something is making you feel, and that is never the wrong thing to do. So, I don't know. That was my long soapbox kind of thing, and I understand that some people are not gonna agree with this message or get this message, and I'm not meaning to ostracize anybody or, you know, be like, at anybody. I'm just relaying how I feel and how I felt about an experience that I had, and maybe that'll help you guys who have gone through, are going through a similar situation. So just, you know, I don't know, bullying, I feel like it happens to everybody, but I really believe so strongly in a mantra and in my belief system, and one of the strongest forces that keeps me going in life is the belief that we can break this cycle. You know, I feel like it's like any other abuse cycle, really. You know, I feel like we can be stronger as humans, as a society, than we are now. And I feel like, you know, the more positive message and the more that we as individuals try and understand ourselves, understand, you know, what makes us happy, what makes us sad, what makes us depressed, you know, the more that you think about yourself, you can take that introspective and relate it to other people. And I think that that is the most important thing about being a human being, is the ability to distinguish and say, you know what, I had this happen to me and it made made me feel really bad. So I'm going to not ever do it to somebody else because I understand how bad I felt in that moment. So just always be on the lookout around you, please. And, notice, does somebody seem upset or troubled? I don't know. Just see if you can lend an ear or help or not bully people, not make fun of people. Anything that you can do, just trying to do this, and I'm constantly making these circular motions with my hands, but I really just believe that everything is full circle, and when you take the time to take care of yourself and help to take care of other people, then that's just gonna continue on and somebody else is gonna take that stance. So you just never know how much of an important catalyst you can be in society, in yourself, in someone else's life, and I'm done. I'm sorry if this was kind of crazy or a lot, but I love you guys so much, more than I will ever be able to express in letters or talking like this. And, I really hope for each and every one of y'all. I really hope that y'all love yourself, take care of yourself, hang in there. I swear it does get better. And it's a process. It gets better slowly. It gets better with time and age and doing a lot of thinking about who you are and what your values are and where you've been and where you're going. So just never give up, because today is not the end. It's a brand new beginning. So anyway, for the 500th time, I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves. Creepy, pale, creepy hand, sunshine face, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.